Herzliches Willkommen und hallo zu einem weiteren Part Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. Ich bin das Namens Morfix. Wir haben jetzt beim letzten Mal den letzten Part ein bisschen abrupt abbeendet. Das hat einfach den Grund gehabt, dass wir in Torren Hafen ja sind und ja, Raven sich uns wieder angeschlossen haben. Wir wieder mal auf der Flucht sind, so wie eh und je. Und ja, es war ein bisschen doof, weil ich habe Judith gesucht und ich habe sie nicht gefunden. Und nachdem ich jetzt 10 Minuten in dieser Scheißstadt auf und ab gelaufen bin, wollte ich aus der Stadt rausgehen und auf einmal taucht sie auf. Toll. Hätte ja 100 Jahre suchen können.
Oh? Are you going to look for that Q-More guy by any chance?
Nah, just going on a walk. Where were you?
Just out for a walk like you.
What you said to Estelle earlier hasn't been gnawing at you, has it?
What I said earlier.
Didn't you say some pretty harsh things to Estelle?
Oh, right. Sorry to beat you to the punch like that.
What? You didn't beat me to the punch on anything.
You were going to tell her the same thing that I did, weren't you?
What, you figured it out? You don't have to apologize for something like that.
All right.
So weren't you going off to look for Q-More after feeling bad about hurting Estelle with what you said?
No, I wasn't. You don't believe me?
You care for other people's feelings a lot more than you let on, I think.
No, not at all.
Well, whatever.
What about you? Aren't you going out to look for him?
I told you already, I'm just going for a walk.
Judith, Mann, das kommt auf meine Hassliste drauf, Mann. Bin ja 10 Minuten in dieser Kackstadt rumgelaufen. Naja, ich denke, jetzt ist es erlaubt, dass ich mich hinlege, oder? Dankeschön.
Ready to go?
What should we do about Rita?
That one has her own matters to attend to.
That sounds about right.
So, first to the harbor and then find a boat? Huh? You mean...
Are you coming too?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you had to go do?
You were going to investigate the air craner, weren't you? It turns out the one at Cave Mock the Commandant asked me to look into has already been researched. I hadn't really made up my mind about which route to take to research the others.
So you'll be using us to help with your investigations?
Well, there's no guarantee I won't run into trouble like back at Heliord. Anyway, it'll be safer for me this way than going alone.
Nice to see your glowing personality hasn't changed.
This means we'll be able to travel together again. I'm so happy. Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. Anyway, we were going to the harbor, right?
Ah, to be young again, I tell ya.
You got something you want to say?
Whoa! Down, girl!
To the harbor, then.
I can't take it anymore. I'm seriously gonna starve.
Can I eat a gel?
No.
Does the pooch look a little scary to anyone else?
Oh, he's probably just hungry enough for his wild instincts to kick in.
The pooch isn't the only one about to go wild.
I'm no good at diets, seriously.
This isn't a diet, it's a fast. Why do we have to stop eating too?
We can't have delicious smells just wafting by. We're just as hungry as you are.
Ah, what a tyrant.
Ich weiß nicht, was ihr eigentlich alle von mir wollt, Mann. Ist das, weil ich die ganze Zeit nichts koche, oder? Okay, sehr schöne Szene, Mann. Leute, Mann. Raven, der ist so richtig frech, Mann. Der ist so die perfekte Konstellation. Das Gegenstück zu Rita, Mann. Mit ihrem aufbrausenden Charakter. Hey! Die hatte schon wieder hier, wollte ihm schon wieder einen Punch hier verteilen. Das habe ich ganz genau gesehen. Awesome. Was hast du? Wie seltsam. Was ist denn los? Die Schagotzenblumen öffnen sich eigentlich nicht, sonst nur in der Regenzeit. Aber seht, sie stehen in voller Blüte. Das klingt seltsam. Nicht wahr? Ich frage mich, ob jemand hier war und den Boden bewässert hat oder so. Würde das ausreichen, um die Blumen blühen zu lassen? Eine andere Ursache für eine Frühblüte wäre ein Ungleichgewicht in der Erde. Du meinst, dass dieser Ort... Nein, nein. Selbst wenn ich recht habe, kann so ein Ungleichgewicht bisweilen auch auf natürliche Weise auftreten. Pflanzen sind Veränderungen in der Erde gegenüber empfindlicher als Menschen und sie reagieren entsprechend darauf. Was denn hier passiert ist, darf sich hier nicht wiederholen. Was zum... Judy? Ah! Das Blastia des Lagers ist... Ich kann nicht glauben, dass der Drachenfreak es wieder tut. Ich werde nachsehen. Oh, Rita! Der Drachenfreak. Was soll denn die Aufregung? Was? Das warst du gar nicht? Ich verweigere die Aussage. Es war schrecklich. Ich konnte nichts mehr ausrichten. Ich bedauere deinen Verlust. Ah, wenn ich den noch einmal sehe, boxe ich in die Stratosphäre. Dämlicher Drachenfreak. Mensch, das ist Banksing. Ich weiß ja nicht, was du damit bezweckst, aber damit bereite ich doch niemanden von euch irgendwelche Probleme, oder? Ich sagte es bereits. Ich würde nie etwas tun, was einem von euch Schaden zufügen könnte.
The two barrier Blastia of this city and Nor Harbor were originally a single Blastia.
Did you read that in one of your books back in the castle?
Yes, actually there were 3 pieces. The last piece sunk in the sea between the 2 cities.
I wonder if you could raise that Blastia. And if you sold it, you could live like a king forever.
The Empire would have already done it if they could. Any idiot could come up with that idea.
You don't have to be mean about it.
Die Hoffnung war es, Mann. Muss ich jetzt verstehen, wieso sie hier versucht hat, die Blastia zu klauen?
Oh, Yoder!
Oh, it's you all. We meet again.
So what's a successor to the Imperial throne doing in a place like this?
I've been working with the Dawn to officially seal our Treaty of Friendship.
Is it going well?
Well, I wish I could say it were going better.
I can imagine. That Heracles monstrosity kind of made the Union really not like the Empire.
Yes. And now, prominent members of the Empire are voicing their doubts regarding the Friendship Treaty.
The conditions the Dawn gave the Empire were for a treaty of equality, after all.
And they are certainly not on equal footing with something like that.
Yes. Had I known about Heracles beforehand, I could have stopped them, but...
You didn't know about that thing? You're in line to be Emperor.
I know, but I have no authority over the Imperial Knights.
The Imperial Knights act on orders from the Emperor alone. They do not report to anyone else.
Well then, it's easy. Just become Emperor.
You mean...
Becoming Emperor isn't as simple as that.
Why not?
To ascend to the throne, one must possess the Imperial treasure, Dane Nomos. But Dane Nomos went missing around the time of the Great War, 10 years ago.
Huh. So that's the real story why we still don't have an Emperor.
And that's why Rago wanted to get his hands on Dane Nomos.
What was that, Yuri?
Forget it, it's nothing.
Anyway, is it really okay for an Imperial candidate to be wandering the streets like this?
I was just on my way to Heliord.
Ah, that is closer to Dongress than this place is. Negotiations would probably go smoother there.
I believe so too.
Master Yoder, we should be off.
If you'll please excuse me.
Und eine Frage, was ist dann mit dem alten Kaiser? Diesen Schatz, hat der den gehabt oder hat er ihn auch verloren? Keine Ahnung. Nun gut.
Against that many? You've got to be crazy!
I wouldn't do that even if I had 9 lives.
What's going on?
Halt! If you won't do the work I've paid you for, then I want my money back.
Add the Indigo Beasts to the blacklisted guilds.
Yes, Madam President.
Isn't that the woman we met at Dayton Hold?
Yeah, that's her, all right.
Well, why do you guys know her?
We just met her once a while back. Is she a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say I know her. She's the president of Fortune's Market, one of the 5 master guilds.
In other words, she's one of the top dogs at the Union.
Hey, I just got an idea!
What's up, Carol?
Maybe she could get a boat for us to take across to Desier. Well, if it isn't Mr. Yuri Lowell, you've come at just the right time.
Huh, I guess those wanted posters really do work.
Listen, I've got a job that would be just perfect for you.
Hard labor, huh?
I like a man who can cut to the chase. As you may have heard, schools of mermen often attack cargo ships at this time of year. Huh? But I thought there was another guild that always served as your escort. It seems the leader of the mercenary guild I hire passed away suddenly, so they aren't available. The other Guardian guild simply has no backbone. I don't know what to do. What was the name of that Guardian guild you mentioned? The Blood Alliance. Gee, I wonder what could have happened to them.
You're all as guilty as I am. Hate to disappoint you, but we're in the middle of something right now, so see you around.
Wait, Yuri, what about the boat? Did you say boat?
We've made a guild of our own.
We're called Brave Vesperia. That's a wonderful name. Well then, shall we talk business? Mutual gain is one of the basics of all business, you know. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Sorry, but like I said, we're in the middle of a job. We can't take on anything else right now.
We won't call it business then. Let's just say we'll cooperate as 2 guilds helping each other out. That way we won't be going against any guild principles. There are various incentives for getting along with me, you know. Well...
All right, we can talk, but we need to go to Nordopolica. We can't afford any detours.
Fine with me. The mermen are only a problem in the waters near here. As long as I get to another port, I'm good. Once we arrive, I won't have any trouble making arrangements with another ship. Wow, she means business. So, do we have a deal?
I have the sinking feeling we just got tricked into something.
Fortune's Market isn't known as the best group of salesmen under the sun for nothing.
This isn't so bad. Now we have a way to cross over to Desier.
I'll even throw in a bonus for all of you. Bonus? What do you mean? If we arrive safely in Nordopolica, I'll give you the boat we used to get there. Really?
The boat looks pretty beat up, but it's still a good deal.
Right?
So these mermen must be pretty tough customers if you're willing to part with the boat.
I'll leave that to your imagination.
I figured as much.
Marvelous. We have a contract then. Now that we've settled the details, I'd like you to get to work right away. Just let me know when you've made your preparations. This is the Fiertia. She'll be your ship as soon as you've escorted her to Nordopolica. And this man is Tokunaga of Gull's Song, a maritime guild affiliated with Fortune's Market.
I'm Tokunaga. Very nice to meet you.
He's only on board for this voyage, so next time be sure to hire your own pilot. We're not in a hurry, but these are important negotiations, so I really appreciate the help.
What is the ship's cargo?
That's confidential information.
It's nothing we should be worried about, is it?
Relax. We've got it covered. All right. Head towards Nordopolica. Go directly southwest from Torum Harbor and you'll see the Desier continent. Nordopolica is at the eastern edge.
I hope you won't mind if I go over the Fiertia's controls for you. You can only disembark from the ship where you see a dock, a port, or a beach. You won't be able to get onto land where there are cliffs. Of course, the ship can't pass over rocks, but you'll also have to keep her out of the shallows around islands. You might be able to take her into some rivers, if they're deep enough. However, if there's a bridge spanning the river, you won't be able to take her under. We wouldn't want to clip off our mast. and that's about it.
We just started out and we're already working with one of the 5 master guilds. This is good.
Yeah, you're one step closer to making your dream a reality, Carol. Aren't you happy?
You talking to the kid? He's over there mumbling about something.
Merman. The first thing had to be Merman. Brave Vesperia has some bad luck. What's the president of Fortune's Market gonna think of us if we fail? This is bad. This is so bad.
I don't think he's very happy. He's just being careful, that's all.
That's not being careful. That's running and hiding.
Brave Vesperia, aufbrechen. Ah! Wartet. Bong. Schön gefahren. Okay, unser eigenes Schiff.
It'll be nice if we don't run into the mermen, won't it?
That's pretty wishful thinking.
You're quite the pessimist for your age, girlie.
I'm just a realist.
Anyway, thanks for your help. Looks like we're gonna make it there on time.
Yeah, Leviathan's Claw was going to beat us there if we hadn't found an escort for the ship.
Leviathan's Claw, huh? That's a name I seem to be hearing a lot lately.
Oh? They're the guild that's specializing in sales of Blastia.
Oh, that explains the situation in Heliord.
Lately, they've been trying to steal our clients from us. If we weren't able to cross the sea, they would have swiped up another one of our major customers.
Still, you can't help but wonder where those slime balls are getting their product from.
Indeed. Blastia isn't exactly the easiest thing in the world to get one's hands on.
You don't think the Empire is behind this? No, that couldn't be. It's mages that are supervising the Blastia distribution.
Ah, right on time.
Everyone, be careful!
Ugh, the world's spinning. I think I'm getting seasick.
Did that monster just say something?
That voice sounds familiar.
Well, well, aren't you a chatty monster?
Here we go.
Also, erstmal awesome. Ich bin mir auch ganz sicher, ich hatte jetzt so ein Bild von Meermännern. Ihr wisst schon, dieses typische Ding. Wo ich gesagt habe, ey, da oben den Teil eines Menschen und unten den Teil eines Fisches. Aber so ist natürlich auch gut. Ja, Leute, Chat wurde gefressen. Das ist natürlich geil, Mann. Chat wurde wahrscheinlich von einem von den Viechern gefressen, Mann. Das ist natürlich awesome, Mann. Okay, die Stimme schon. Ich dachte mir jetzt erst so, hä? Redet der? Aber irgendwo kenne ich die Stimme hier. Cool, Mann. Okay, kommt sehr Friendos. Und das soll alles gewesen sein. Und deswegen braucht ihr Unterstützungsgelder. Kaufmann? Nicht so gut.
You're true to your reputation. I was right to bring you along.
I tell you, brave Vesperia doesn't have any shame in working an old man down to the bone. Even while I'm looking for Apatheia and doing all sorts of other things.
Apatheia? Isn't that what you were looking for back in Nor Harbor?
That's right.
That's nothing but a fairy tale. I researched it a while back, but eventually I realized that there's simply no way it can theoretically exist.
I'm well aware people think it's a fairy tale.
Why are you looking for it?
Well, because the Don told me to.
It's still alive. Patty!
Well, that was a pleasant voyage.
Can you really call it a voyage when you're in a monster's belly?
What are you doing all the way out here?
I was hunting for treasure when I fell into the ocean, but a nice monster came to play with me.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't become part of a complete breakfast.
This is all well and good, but can we get the ship back on course?
Yeah, sure.
Ah!
So that wasn't all of them.
I've healed him, but he should still rest for a while.
Well, this is a real problem. I don't suppose any of you know how to pilot a ship.
I can do it.
Patty, you can?
If you're gonna travel around the world, you'd better be able to at least pilot a ship.
Then I'd like to ask you to be in charge of piloting this vessel.
You gotta be kidding me.
Ah, of course. We've made much better time than I thought. We could even afford to make a side trip or two. I'll leave the course up to you.
With a ship, we can go practically anywhere we want.
Estelle, I know you want to look for Pharaoh, but don't you think we have more important things to do for the moment?
Do you think?
I'll do what I want. Don't worry about me.
We just started our guild. We should err on the safe side, don't you think, Carol?
Yeah.
All right, and feel free to give me directions about our course.
Und das braucht jedes Abenteuer. Jedes Open-World-Rollenspiel braucht es ein eigenes Schiff, welches wir nehmen können. So. Nur mit dem Lenken. Ja, okay, jetzt geht's. Ach so, davor konnten wir gar nicht lenken, oder? Frag, ich habe keine Ahnung, wo wir eigentlich hingehen müssen. Ach so, okay, das sind tiefe Wasser, da können wir nicht drüber. Und da wird's eisig und neblig und da kenne ich nichts. Das sieht sehr gut aus.
The fog's gotten awfully thick.
Yeah, it's creeping me out.
Fog like this is usually a sign something bad's about to happen.
Knock it off!
Talk like that long enough and something bad will happen.
Hey, front! I mean bow!
We're going to hit them.
What is that? That's an old ship. I've never seen that type before.
I think it says the Atherum.
Das Geisterschiff Atherum.
That's weird. There's no sign of people.
It's like... No way! Come on! Get the Fiertia going!
No can do. I don't know why, but the Sarah's Blastia ain't responding at all.
What do you mean? What the hell is wrong with it?
You think this thing's the problem?
Ooh, maybe it's a cursed ghost ship.
You don't really think so, do you?
Why don't we go take a look? I love this sort of thing.
What?
Well, we don't know what's wrong with the Blastia. We gotta go take a look.
Are you planning on just leaving the Fiertia like this?
All right, why don't 4 of us go investigate while the rest stay here and keep watch?
That should be fine.
Okay, so repeat and I'll go. And who's the third person?
I'm not going. No way.
Yuri, why don't you decide?
Gotcha.
You need to think about balance when splitting the party. Understand? This ship could also be attacked by monsters at any time.
Was ist denn das für ein Kack, Mann? Egal, ich nehme... Natürlich nehme ich die mit Estelle, Mann. Aber das wird noch ganz übel werden, Mann. Oh, wenn ich meine Party aufsplitten muss. Oh mein Gott, Mann. Das wird echt madig. Aber nun gut. Wir werden das schon schaffen. Und beim nächsten Mal müssen wir dann ein Geisterschiff. Wird super. Bis zum nächsten Mal dann. Haut rein und auf Wiedersehen. Ciao.